Hi, vacation rental owner or manager. I'm Kara, and in today's episode, I'm sharing a case study of one of my recent designs. This client did not have enough bookings. I'll share what I did for them and the profitable results they're getting. Hello, vacation rental owner or manager. Welcome to Step Up Your STR, the podcast all about specialized decorating so you can make max revenue in your business. Now, these podcasts that I do, I actually record them in video. And if you're listening, it would probably be more informative for you to watch the video version. And I know a lot of podcast apps have that capability, like Spotify and Riverside. So I'll be describing to the best of my ability the pictures that I will be showing on the screen to show you the befores and afters. So if you want to switch over to video, that's great. I'll do my best though to also describe them, just so you can hear it. Also, if you want, you can watch this episode and all of my episodes on YouTube. Just search for Kara VR Decor. That's Kara with a C as in Charlie, and then VR as in vacation rental decor. And it'll come right up. My channel will come right up, and this will be there for you, front and center. You'll find my channel. All right. So many of my clients have done everything they can to maximize their bookings and try to get more revenue. They have a great property manager, wonderful cleaning crew. It's super clean. They've hired professional photographers to get the very best pictures possible, but they're still getting mediocre results. In other words, they don't have the bookings they want. They have to price competitively, meaning that they're not earning much revenue. I know this is really, really common with the saturation of vacation rentals, in almost every area where they're allowed in the United States and Europe. I think this is more common than not to be getting mediocre results. You're not earning the revenue that you need. It's really common. All of this certainly was the case for one of my recent clients. So I'll show you this case study of that client. I want to show what results new and improved decorating can have on your STR revenue. Now, before we get into the details, here are a few statistics. BeyondPricing.com did an internal analysis, and they found that short-term rental owners who improve their decor charge, on average, 20% more after that improvement. And this included even small improvements, like a new lamp and a piece of art by the chair. So think about that. A simple design upgrade can significantly increase your nightly rate. Who wouldn't want, if you're earning $100 a night, who wouldn't want $120 a night? Decor is the right decor. Let me change that. The right decor, it's specialized for your STR to do its best. It's different from regular decor. So that right decor in your STR is an investment that pays you back. Now, historically, my own clients earn between 84% and 153% more revenue after I make over their spaces. All of these statistics really do come together, I think, to show that good decorating leads to more revenue. How good or bad your decor is directly correlates with how much or how little revenue you earn. All right, now to my clients and their property. The way I came to meet them is that their property manager recommended me to improve their decor and see if that would help their bottom line. So again, they had done everything else to try to get more bookings and revenue. Let's walk through the transformation. I'll show you some of the rooms and you can see the potential that we've unlocked. This condo is an STR located in Park City, Utah. And like I mentioned, it wasn't getting many bookings despite the property manager doing everything possible on his end to attract guests. I'm so glad that the property manager recognized that design makes a difference. Again, the design, how a property looks, is the first line of contact between the owner and a potential guest. And really, if any element of an STR is lacking, the property simply won't do as well as it could. So the property owner sent me photos of the condo, and before I stepped in, it had bulky, tired, worn furniture, gray blue, dreary walls, and actually not very many beds. And all this added up to their overarching challenge was that their listing just didn't look great. It didn't look good online. The condo is completely functional in the before, but the look of it didn't inspire guests. And as a result, they didn't book. It's the kind of situation where great decor can make all the difference, not in just creating a better guest experience, but in commanding higher nightly rates. All right, let's look at these pictures. Okay, this is a shot before and after of the dining area. So the front door is just over right here. Okay, if you over here on the left, if you look at the before, you can see that there's a lot of orange wood. Now in person, it doesn't look that orange. It's very warm. But when you see it on the screen, you see these gray blue walls against this warm orangey wood, and it makes it even look more orange. So blue and yellow are on opposite sides of the color wheel. And when you put them together, they complement each other. They make the other look even brighter than it really is. So this paint job looks even more dreary online, and the wood looks even more orange online. So it's not a good look. You also have just a ton going on in this picture. You have vertical lines, slanted lines, horizontal lines, all these contrasting colors. In the foreground, where the dining table is, are contrasts of black and white in what has been set on the table. Also, if you look at the floor, it's a really worn and old-fashioned floor, and part of it is tile, part of it is carpet. So seeing that line of demarcation, again, that difference and the lack of cohesion just really is jarring to your eye. All of these light bulbs that are on and exposed, they're all this cool blue toned light. So it makes the space look even more dreary and frankly claustrophobic. All right, let's move to the after. The owners very wisely agreed to paint their trim, most of their trim, and also they got new flooring. So this flooring is really beautiful. It's an LVP. I normally am kind of veering away from LVP, anything that isn't real. It is vinyl. In other words, it's plastic. But this LVP, in this case, was a good choice because they're right in the mountains of Park City. And there are going to be people who will be coming in after skiing. They'll traipse in wet and muddy snow and water. And an LVP floor, a good quality one like this one, is waterproof and super duper durable. So it is a good choice. Also notice that it covers the whole floor, the entry into the kitchen and into the living area over on the right. So you get this really beautiful continuity of the shell of this condo. The walls are all a beautiful warm white, and the floors are a beautiful medium, kind of a light tone wood look floor, very durable. All right, so these are just some snapshots that I took, these after photos, but I tried to show how high the ceilings are. These are not low ceilings, but if you see in the before picture, they do look super low. However, I tried to show how the ceilings, they look as high as can be. And you get just a lot of cohesiveness in the design. Over here on the left, that's a picture of one of their children skiing. And that dark bit on the wall kind of balances the dark over here with the darker tree and then also the green chair that you see. So it's really balanced and just really clean and open. And remember, clean is one of the main things you want to go for. Guests want clean first and foremost, and white walls are such an easy way to give that impression. All right, that is the very front. Let's move on to the next before and after photos. Now, this is kind of a close-up of the dining area and looking over into the living area in the background. Okay, let's analyze this before photo. As you can see, there is a lot going on. Starting in the front, you have that table, and again, it's set with black and white serviceware, plates and napkins, placemats, black and white, and it's not really doing anything to blend into the rest of the decor and the shell of the room and the hard surfaces of the room. Over on the left, you have, again, those gray blue walls contrasting with all the wood of the kitchen. So it looks even more dreary gray and even more orange. There's the tile, the old tile floor that runs into the kitchen, and a mat in front of the kitchen sink. So again, you have your kitchen or you have your floors that are all cut up, and it looks really disjointed, and it makes the space look smaller than it is. Now, if you look over on the right, there's an open door to a bedroom. Again, more lines, more stuff going on that it just looks small. It looks cramped and it looks super cluttered. This is actually a relatively big space. These photos make it look much smaller, and the decor makes it look smaller than it actually is. Now, if we zoom over into the living area, there are 3 focal points on this wall. Unfortunately, you should just have one. Only have one main focal point in your space. But on this wall, over on the left, you have a big picture, a big blue picture with a big bulky black frame. And then in the middle of that wall, of that space, you have the TV. It looks like a small TV, even though it's not, but it looks dinky and little. And then to the right of that, over on the right of this wall space, over the TV is a big picture of a bear. Let's zoom over, move over to the after of the space. All right. So these dishes do belong to the owner. The manager of this space wants to always have the table set. I think a table looks best if it has just a large floral arrangement, a simple, large, low floral arrangement. All right. Now, if you look over into the background a little bit on the left, you'll see we have one focal point, and that is the large TV. Notice that we've hung this large TV on the wall. It's not sitting on a little console, which it was before. And you'll see more of that in the next pictures. All right, on the left, to fill in, I did put this faux olive tree, and it just gives softness. When you have green in a space, because we see so much green in our everyday lives, you know, with large swaths of lawn and huge green trees, green is pretty much neutral, and it just shows up as this soft spot over here. I needed to do that to fill in this large wall. Above the fireplace on the mantle, we put just a large neutral painting of some mountains. It's really restful. So this is a different view of the living area. They had this super bright red rug, and it didn't tie in with any of the other colors of their space. They tried to kind of add in some pillows on the sofa that had some red in it. Also, if you look on the coffee table here, you'll see a lot of little tchotchkes, and they kind of look like clutter because they're small. Okay, over here on this picture in the lower, kind of lower third right hand side, that looks like a garbage can. Now, I know from being there, it's actually a lantern. It's actually a tall lantern, but it looks like a garbage can. Please, for the love, have your photographer edit out any garbage cans, or better yet, just remove them from the frame of the photo. Remember, what guests want, first and foremost, is clean. Garbage is not clean. Don't photograph the garbage cans in your space. All right, let's look at the after. A lot more cohesive, a lot more restful to your eye. So obviously, as you can see, this is an Olympics-themed condo with that Olympics type flag on the wall. That's where I drew my colors from. So in these decorative pillows on the sofa and the chairs, you can see that those reds, blues, the yellow. This pillow right here is actually pictures of the flags of all the countries that participate in the Olympics. It's kind of a cool piece. On the coffee table, I've put only 3 larger accessories: a tall stack of books, a very tall faux orchid that's white and sculptural and beautiful. And then next to that is a smaller blue lacquered box, a hinged box that can hold remote controls. If you noticed also, the chairs are that nice neutral kind of an olive, soft olive green. You know, in pictures, you need some contrast, but you want it to be a very pleasing contrast. So not red against gray and orange, but instead these beautiful light walls, the neutral floors, and then some almost neutral green, soft chairs. And so they just go really beautifully with the space. So that is this room. A lot of interest, but still very cohesive. Has some vivid color to draw your eye in when you're looking at it online. One more room, a bedroom. This is the primary largest bedroom. So let's look at the before picture. All right, one of the first things I notice is that this picture looks heavy over to the right because they have a bunch of dark blue and black. They have blue and black on their bedspread and in the picture over the bed, and some black shades actually on the lamps, which, by the way, does not provide good light. Please don't have black shades on your lamps. Have light shades whenever possible. Also, these lamps are too small. Please get tall lamps for your bedside tables, at least 25 inches high. Otherwise, it's not practical to try to, hold your book down under a little teeny lamp to be able to see the writing so you can read it. Have a nice tall lamp so that it gives a lot of light to whoever is using the space. Also, these little lamps look kind of like clutter, just little things. They don't go in an STR. They don't make it look its best. Here, there are also several focal points. There's that art over the bed. Over to the left of that is the window framed in the orange wood again. And over to the left of that is a big picture of a cow. It's a very cute piece of art, that cow. But here, all the lines are disjointed from each other. None of the lines are even, with each other. And so they're all up, down, and it feels small. This is actually a big room. This bed before is a queen. The owners wanted the bed to be a king, and we made it fit because we put it up against the window. So here, you can definitely tell that the bed is the focal point. It's framed out by the window and long blue curtains that hang on either side of it. And it just looks as grand as it is. It looks wonderful. Over on the right is a big piece of art, and that, here's just the snapshot. So you can't really see it very well, but that is one of their children just in the middle of jumping off some kind of a slope, and he's, grabbing down for his skis. He looks like a pro. He looks so cool in this piece of art. And his snowsuit is orange and blue. So that's how I got the colors for this orange and blue room. Over here on the right, also, we made a really practical decision. The owners wanted to be able to have drawers, so like a dresser somehow in the space, as well as a desk. So we found this combo piece that has nice big drawers for when they go. Their children go and train for the Olympics. They train on the long jump. And so the owners have enough space, and any guest staying has plenty of space to not have to live out of their suitcases. They can use these nice big drawers here over on the right. And then for sure, whenever you can put in a study space, a little office space area, do that. And that's what's happening over on the very right. There's quite a bit of black going on in this space, and that gives excellent contrast. You see the black desk drawers combo. The art is framed in black. The frame of the bed is this beautiful high quality black wood. The curtain rod is a nice black, And over here on the left is a black nightstand. Also, because this is Olympic themed, it has a name having to do with a gold medal. So earning a gold medal in the Olympics. I think it's so apropos for this area and for what their family hobbies are. And I've tried to put wherever there's metal, I tried to make it gold. So, the gold lamp here and over on this right side, that lamp also has gold here. The hardware on the drawers is gold. And then this fun lumbar pillow, decorative pillow on the bed is prominent, and it is also a gold weave. So that ties in the theme. It brightens the space. It shows how big this room is. It's functional, and it looks so open and welcoming and clean. All right. While we've completely transformed this property's look and feel, the next step is to see how those changes can impact revenue. A different STR of the same size, same layout, in the same condo development is charging $325 per night. This condo that we made over is charging $456 per night, which is a 40% increase over the other property. But I'll let you know in a future episode more data that I can gather, later in the spring when the ski season is over, more data to better illustrate what the outcome is for this specific STR. Now, if your STR is not performing the way you want, it might not be your location or management or the market. You may have done everything you can to make it great. The listing is optimized, you hired a professional photographer, you have excellent cleaners, and if it still isn't doing well, the problem may well be your decor. Now, as this case study shows, a strategic redesign can turn an underperforming property into a revenue-generating machine. Before, they were charging in the lower 200s. The condo near them charges $325. They are now charging in the high 400s for this condo. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. I'll share a couple other videos and episodes that talk about the nuts and bolts of decorating an STR, because doing it correctly is different from regular decorating. Thanks again, and I look forward to talking next time.